was that?
Did you see that?
Was that the primary buffer panel?
It did seem to
Did
resemble...
the primary buffer panel just fall off my Gorham ship for no apparent reason?
This landing is gonna get pretty interesting.
Define interesting.
Oh God, we're all gonna die?
This is the captain. We have a little problem with our entry sequence, so we may experience some slight turbulence and then explode.
On screen.
Welcome in. We are live. A little earlier than planned. There's that. We should have the instructions visible there. Yep. Cool. That works. Welcome in Korg and Irabri, and Kara grabbing the second. So yes, welcome in. We are covering Whippy's spot in the Brickbuilder Raid Train. The raid will be coming in. It'll be a complete surprise. Build's had some technical issues, so had to jump on. Where'd I put my water? Yep, my water is here. Have my water. Can of Coke right here. We have some bricks. So yes, filling in for the raid train in a not my usual time.
I learned how to drink in the Navy, boys.
Thank you, Irabri. Cheers. Got some caffeine.
We are the Borg. Lower your shields and surrender your ships.
What it means. Welcome, Raiders.
Dookie say little monkey in trouble. George, investigate.
How's everyone going? Hello. Hello, everyone. Right. So, little PNG tuber gets covered over by those, Yeah, let me jump back to this scene here. So yeah, that's what I look like in real life at a Lego convention. And this is my sig fig. And oh, I thought that shirt was right here next to me. Oh wait, it's on the other side of me. The shirt that you see there is my fourth wall sample merch.
Very cool.
So yes, that is a real shirt. Was that you knocking on the door, build time? I was lurking there while I was. Would I do that? Yeah, I got home from work in time for 3 o'clock, but I didn't think I had 4 hours worth of Lego. And after last time, my issues getting home on the bus, I was like, I don't want to risk the rush and the get everything up and running. So I was like, okay, I'm glad, Bill, that you could jump in at 3. So yes, what I have today. Let me know if the music's too loud at all, and I can tweak that. What goes out through OBS and what comes in through my headphones is not always the same thing. But yes, today's build is. I'm also doing a car. How far did you get with the Speed Champ? Step 87. Nice. So yes, what I've got here is a Kmart sort of off-brand Lego set. I don't know what scale it is. Yeah, I forgot to copy the raid message as well. I was taken completely by surprise. But yes, welcome raiders. We are filling in for Whippy, as I was saying before.
Very, very
guys
sick,
rock
very chunky,
up.
and they are packed
Ahoy,
to the
Bargainot.
brim.
Yeah, that train going by. Yep, that's the Brickbuilder Raid Train. Welcome to your replacement bus service. We will get you to your destination. A slightly more convoluted route perhaps today.
We are the Borg. Lower your shields and surrender your ships.
Okay, I wasn't expecting that. These look Lego scale.
Dookie say little monkey in trouble.
Yeah, I was...
George, investigate.
Hello, Mrs. Bricko. How was your stream? What were you working on? I guess I have to close another of my lurking tabs here in the background. Okay. Oh, look, it's me. Did your show prep got that organized? Now the PDF for this PDF for and look, stickers. Sticker paper feels weird. The PDF instructions for this have both sets. So this is a set that Kmart are currently clearing out for $5.
Live long and prosper.
Okay, so the paper version, you just get one leaflet. The PDF is longer because the same barcode is for multiple sets. They've got a little yellow vehicle and a red one under the same product code. But for $5, I was like, I reckon I could pick that up. I'll build that one day. And I'm also going to have Studio open, which you can see down here. We could also do this way at times when I want to focus more on the digital side over here. For now, while we start building, we'll do this, because what I want to do while I'm going is I want to replicate this in, as I point to the monitor that you can't see, I want to digitally recreate it at the same time. And try out a few ideas with that. So I don't know if all of these parts are analogs of Lego ones. Most of them look like it. When I built the Mega Bloks Pikachu recently, it had quite a few pieces that Lego don't make. And there's no numbered bags here, but there's only 245 pieces.
This is a decent size. It's not all about the length, it's about the thickness as well, and it's got both.
And today's set information is highly detailed. It's an Anko Mini Bloks mini car. All 245 pieces of it. So build, hopefully the troubleshooting goes well, and you can figure out what is going on with the disconnects. No, that was a lazy gamer. And Josh, those emotes. Far out. Alright. 2 monitors. Where am I going to put the instructions? And because I am filling in for when Whippy would normally be doing the Brickbuilders Raid Train, I have copied some of his redeems. So there is deck and there is puzzle time. All right, so step 1, and also I need to and so yes, build. I'm assuming you're going to lurk off for a bit and do some OBS testing. You'll be lurking? Yeah, hopefully it's all good. Hopefully it's all good. So yeah, enjoy your lurk. And Kara's having some food, so cheers for both those raids. Alright, so step 1. And it's all mixed in here. I should bring the... Where did the instructions go? Those are there. Interesting that we're using 2 1x2s here instead of a 1x4. And I just got confused. I'll zoom in over here. So the way these sets instructions work is everything that you've already done goes grayscale. So in step 2, that light gray 2x4 is actually this black 2x4 from the previous step. Is that gonna clutch? Well, okay, yep, just a little tricky with the old clutch power there. Dropped the Lego. If I drop Lego off the table, that's a exclamation oops for the dropped brick counter. Yeah, I'm not liking the two plates underneath there. That's doesn't seem very secure. Because then we do have a 1x4 in this set, because it's trying to do one next. There's a tile. Oh, there we go. Over here. So yes, for those of you who don't know me, welcome in. I am another Brick and AFOL, aka Bricko. You may see me around in other LEGO people's chats. And I don't normally stream on a Wednesday. But I have filled in for Whippy Whipster in the past. I was like, yeah, I have Lego to build. Interesting that they've made a CMF base plate when they don't make off-brand CMFs. So yeah, if I have the time and I had some Lego to build, I'll make sure I will do that. So this then overlaps onto that there. And then two 2x3s. And then, yeah, this is really not stable yet. But for $5, I can't complain. And a 1x3 jumper tile going that way. All right, so that's the first line. So I might now jump to Studio. And for those of you who haven't seen that before, that should have done a thing. What is Fiber doing? Ah, it's because I hadn't enabled it. That would help. Yeah, if someone wants to type X. Oh, is there? There shouldn't be. Yeah, there's no cooldown on that, so I can do that again. Studio. There we go. So digital design software. It's a free download. Yeah, black piece. And if you've ever used Bricklink to order Lego parts, you can pick your jump to Big Studio here. So over on the left side of my screen, if I hide those for a sec. And bring this over to there. So you can see that there's I can either look by shapes or by Bricklink categories. So I've used Bricklink quite a lot to like buy and sell parts. So that's the way I tend to look for my pieces. If we know the part numbers, we can search for it that way as well. Actually, I'm going to exclude decorated parts. So that gets rid of a whole lot of printed parts. And here we have the first couple pieces that we started with. And then there was a 2x4 plate. I rotate that and check that there. Now what would that hold? I think that's plate modified with pinhole. So I want one of those there. And one of those there. And I'll also, so I did say to build into Kara, you know, when you raid in, if you need to go do the post-streamy things, eat, nap, lurk, go for it. For those of you in other time zones, if you need to eat, sleep, etc., no worries. Cheers for coming in on the raid. But yeah, if you need to raid and feed, no worries at all. We will sit here building this little car. And then, so that 2x2 is at that level there. Oh, but those have been lifted up slightly by that. So what I'm going to need to do here is join a few of these together first. Okay. Is it a tile 3x4? Yes. Chuck one of those in. So now I can select all of those and bring them over here. And how's everyone's Tuesday/Wednesday going? It is up past 4 in the afternoon here. It's a very rainy day in my corner of Queensland. Do they call them jumper? Yep, they still call it jumper in the nickname for those ones. Cool. One of those, copy and paste to there. And then I'll change color to 10. Turknick. Next little pin, there we go. Chuck one of them in there. And one there. So that's the first 5 steps replicated in Lego form. So we've got that digitally. Jump back to here. And we will physically do the next bit. Ah. What did I do there? I hit a key and something happened. I'll just use the arrow keys. I do like this in the instructions. Apparently, adult assistance is recommended. Okay, step 6. A 1x3 and a 1x2. And another one. Okay, here we go with some really not sturdy connection. We're just going to attach that to one stud over here. And do the same on this side. And hope they don't fall off when we grab it later. One 1x2 in red here. Hopefully we get some other bricks involved either below or above to do that. Then looks like it's saying we do this hinge piece and well, hello, hero. You'd brick below or above me? Ooh. How you going, hero? Ooh, that's the sound of the very strong clutch power or stress on the brick of, come on, click in there. Okay, that. So the hinge part of it works, but it won't hinge down to lie flat. So I might have to. I don't want to. Even though this. Oh, there we go. It finally clipped down. Okay, got those two. They get there. So these you might be able to see from the instructions. These are not Lego. These are. Put the box on this side of me. So Kara's built a few floral sets from Anko, which is like a home brand of our Kmart down here. But the scale of them is like they all say mini blocks on the box, but Kara's had a few that are like I think 3/4 scale to Lego, as well as some nano, whereas these are Lego compatible. Yeah, it was marked down from $8 to $5. And you can tell from the photo on the front that they're like the same type of pieces as Lego and not like not nano scale. But it's hard to tell between the full scale and the 3/4 scale. Because Kara's got like a little mini coffee machine where all the bricks look like Lego bricks, including, like, you know, these type of pieces, but they're all smaller. Another raid.
Dookie say little monkey in trouble.
Just a drink. A martini, shaken
George,
not stirred.
investigate.
We will add your biological and technological distinctiveness to our own.
Thank you for the follows. Yes, I'm another Brick and AFOL, aka Bricko. I had Fred in a tab, but that's now got me. Hey, Home Bricko. Let me see who else we got in here. Home Bricko, Spidey, Annabelle, Fred, Chef Mackie, Minty, R3 Craft, Master Builder, GH. Thank you very much, Fred. I wonder where I got the inspiration where I was like, oh, that looks really cool. I should try something like that. Yeah, watching you and Millennium with your little avatars, I was like, ooh, I could do something like that. And I mean, if you want a little preview. Jeff, yes, I have met Sue Ann. Yes, I've done Brickvention twice. Once last year and once in 2020. Here we go. So this is my this is the behind the scenes pan, Fred. So Bricklink Studio. Two large tiles in bright green, a few flat tiles down there, and a 1x2 plate. Means I can pose a minifig in there. Sigfig head goes on. And then when okay, yep, no. That wants to do things like that. So then what I can do is I take a screenshot. I get this sort of large and in view. I get a screenshot, and then I swap heads around. So then I can basically Photoshop the different mouth shapes onto the same head for my PNG tubing down the bottom there. So I'm pretty sure, yeah, I think the mouth that's on this little guy down the corner today is this one here. So yeah, I use Studio to get the basic minifigs first. And so
we will add to a biological and technological distinctiveness to our own.
Thank you for the follow, and holy crap, that is follower number 400. I'm gonna have to think of something special to do for that. Thank you, Minty. And yes, today is not my normal stream day. Today we are being whippy whipster. Build time stepped in to cover the first part, had some technical issues, and I jumped on a little early. And then we'll be carrying the train on to I Am Billsy at about 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Here's that again. So, Panfred, how did you go with the... you were doing a Speed Champ set when I was lurking around earlier. How did you go with that one? Or was it an F1? Speed Champs or F1, or maybe a combination of both? I'm totally not a car person, said the guy currently building a off-brand car out of bricks. So yeah, because this is a little Kmart $5 set, I'm building it, but I'm also digitally recreating it as I go. And Fred, if you need to raid and feed, because I know it's late your side of the world, thank you ever so much for bringing your crew over this way. Always good to see you. And yeah, I am still not what's the word I'm looking for? I haven't found the Filipino foods locally yet. Still working on it. All right, I will turn collision back on in studio. Find my instructions again. And Fred's going to grab some late night grub. Nice.
Very cool.
Let us know what you're having. If you return. Ooh, are these printed? It doesn't. Oh no. Or are they?
We are the Borg. Lower your shields and surrender your ships.
Okay. And here comes. Fred's heading in and out.
Dookie
Nice.
say little monkey in trouble.
It's been a few years since I've been in and out.
George, investigate.
Beauty and the Geek. Kitty. Oh, look, Income's Hero again. Technically, Income's me again because, okay, so I've been doing my usual thing. I've had several tabs open to lurk on people while I got ready to stream today, and Led, hello. Yeah, guess what, guys? Every single tab that I've had open so far is now all me, and that's kind of weird, kind of cool. Thank you very much.
There's a thing! There's a thing on top of the thing!
Yeah, it's not a bad thing at all. It's less to like keep an eye on the
We
background.
will
Like,
add
"Ooh,
to a
what are they doing?
biological and technological distinctiveness to our own.
And how are you going?
Live long and prosper.
And Hero's gonna head off and lurk. No worries, Hero, lurk away. Cheers for dropping in. So yes, guys, coming in with Beauty and the Geek. If you don't know me, I'm another Brick and AFOL, aka Bricko, Aussie Lego builder. That's me on screen. That's Lego me in the corner. And today we are building a little off-brand mini. We've just reached step 7 so far. So I'm also building it. Yeah, build time had some disconnects today as well, which is why I started earlier than planned. And yeah, you guys have been having some OBS issues too. Hopefully it goes well. All the fingers and brick separators crossed. Now I have this sticker sheet here, and I don't see the little pattern that's on the instruction pictured there. So I'm wondering, are there printed G-slopes, or are they just teasing me with a picture? And yes, today is not my normal stream time. So for those raiding in, I normally stream Lego on a Friday, Australian time, and do some gaming on the weekend. Sometimes you'll see me gaming at Jorkins with Led and the crew. But today we are filling in for Whippy Whipstar. We had build time on beforehand. Okay, that's not a piece that Lego make. It's like a... It's kind of like a minifig arm, but a little bit longer and skinnier. So I may not be able to do that in... Oh, wait.
Live long and prosper.
No worries. Enjoy your lurk. And yes, if anyone raided over from Beauty and the Geek needs to eat, sleep, nap, do the post-streamy things, cheers very much for raiding this way, and we'll see you next time. There's like a minifig hand in here. And there's a racing helmet, but I didn't see like a head or anything. So maybe the car has some accessories with it. The hand is weird. And Bitwitch Stephanie, hello. Yeah, it looks like these cheese slips we've been shown in the instructions are just undecorated. Oh, hang on. Oh, having just said that I didn't see a minifig, I think they're gonna make us build the so over here, on the leg piece, you'll see a normal Lego minifigure comes pre-made with a sort of hip joint thing and 2 legs. It looks like this is gonna make us build our own minifig driver from scratch. Alright, so I need a 1x2 plate. A big kit, pointers. Make sure, I mean, a good point, not that any of us know where we're going to put things after it's done, but it'd probably be a good idea to have shelf space that you know where you're going to put it. Get familiar with the brick separator in case you put things in the wrong spot. I know on modular buildings that I've done where you get like a big base plate to put them on, you do a lot of pieces in one step. It is quite easy to put something down in the wrong spot and have to go back and change it. Yeah, this is quite flimsy. This would not pass, I don't think, a Lego quality test of how to build steps. So these plates here, for those who weren't here before, they're just attached by one stud here on the corner of this plate. So hopefully it all lines up later. And then this is going... Okay, so the blue arrow means we turn this around. That's going there. This wheel hub goes there. I don't know, Kara. I've rated myself several times today. A brick separator, so Lego sets of certain sizes come with these. Some sets will have a turquoise one. A lot will have an orange one. So that when you put something down in the wrong place, it's a tool so that you're not, you know, getting out scissors or teeth to do that. And for lifting tiles off, there's a very thin wedge here to sort of crowbar things off. Technic pins can be pushed out by this bit here. So yeah, it's been, and you can also use it because it's got studs on this side. You can either do it to this way to remove the top piece, or you can attach it to a piece underneath to apply some leverage. But the first time Kara was building a set with one of those, she had to call upstairs for technical support because she'd seen me like have them, but she'd never actually seen like, she was like, what's this for? Or something along those lines. Kara can correct me. Yeah, you didn't have to use them with the flower set. Okay, well, I think I'm now going to... Before I get to step 10... Oh, the smaller Hogwarts castle? Nice. Before I get to step 10, I am going to do these 4 steps. In Studio. So we'll jump back over. I was quite pleased when I figured out last night, like in preparation for today, I made 2 buttons on my Stream Deck that do that switch. So I have a big camera source, a big studio source.
For the customers.
Oh, thank you,
They
Kara.
apply to you as well.
No mobiles, no wigwams,
Walkmans.
no snotty car, no snow. This is indecipherable.
Look,
It is perfectly
perfectly
simple.
simple.
No mobiles, no Walkmans, none of that, or any of the others.
Thank you, Kara.
Water. To drink.
Is it still raining outside, Kara?
Is there alcohol in this?
Spirit.
Oh, God, honey, no. What kind of mother do you think I am? Why do you want a little bit?
Yes.
Because if you're going to drink, I'd rather you do it in the house.
Coke, no sugar. Okie dokie. Thank you for the rules, Kara. All right. And yes, for those of you who would normally be watching Whippy Whipster at this time, you will see, perhaps if you look in my channel point redeems, there are a couple that I have borrowed from him for the occasion. All right, we want a plate. We're going to go 1 by 3, scroll down till we see them. That one goes there. And 1 over there. Actually, this is a good spot to also show a feature in Studio where I said, hey, this feels really flimsy and, like, you know, might fall apart as I grab it. There is a, behind where the instructions are for you guys, we have a stability thing to click. And the program will kind of give you some warnings that there's a weak point where these 2 pieces join here. So it's got some cautions of, you know. Interesting that it doesn't give any warning about this yet. Those are on there. And then we go red.
Water. To drink.
Hydrate. Thank you. Thank you. The Snapdragon. Thank you. Cheers for the hydrate. All right. Plate 1 by 2. That one's going to go there. And now I want a hinge plate. Yes. Water the streamer. No, it's not that version. It's one of those ones. So we need... We need 2 of that piece. And 2 of this piece. And I'll change the color to light bluish gray. Let those go there. Those go there. And yeah, sometimes you start to learn the part numbers, and you know that it's a 302 something, and it'll narrow down your parts list for you. What's a cheese slope? Is it? Nope. No, it does not have that in it. Slope 30. Is it a 33 or is it a 45? Okay. What angle is a cheese slope? $30. There we go. Have two of those.
Welcome to the party, pal!
Welcome to the party, pal. It is 5 p.m. The welcome message pops up every hour on the hour. Okay, those are not the pieces I'm looking for. I thought it would have wheel in the name. Arch, maybe? Under vehicle. Vehicle, mudguard. These are the... What's the height of it? Is it? It's not one of those. I think it... No, it's... Okay, so there's 3 different types. It is not one of those, and it's not that big. It's these. That goes on there. Why is that? What's that colliding with? Why is that? Okay, there we go. Off by a little bit. So with collision turned on up the top here, it just means that if we try to put things where they won't fit, the program kind of warns us. And now I want a corner plate. And if I change the color, it resets my part search over here. So sometimes the quickest thing to do if you've done something like that is to just find it in the color you're currently working on. And then up on the top right here, we have the actual colors that are already being used. So we can just go make that red, make that red. And there we have it. We have a digital version of what we've built so far. So it is instruction time again. On to step 10. Here's another little, doesn't look very sturdy sequence of steps. Okay. 2 more of those wheel plate things, these axle ones. And we do have ads starting here soon. I run ads once an hour. So it's just a chance to stretch your legs, grab a drink, grab a snack, and feel free to do the same. I'll put up a Be Right Back screen here, and we'll see you back here in a few minutes.
We have the fog. Lower your shields and surrender your ships.
Kitten. Welcome in.
Dookie say little monkey in trouble. George, investigate.
Welcome, Raiders. Twitch is telling me I have ads starting soon, so if you do get hit by ads, sorry. But welcome in, Hectic Kitten. What were we up to today? How was your stream? What were we working on? And what time zone are you in? Either way, if you need to hop off and grab some post-stream food, stretch, grab some water. I mean, we're going to be doing the same here because ads are running. Well, in that case, welcome to Wednesday. Okay, that didn't do the scene change that it was supposed to do. But yes, welcome back from ads. Yes, there is a slight delay between the ads triggering the chat message and then actually occurring on screen. Yes. Welcome back. And Hectic Kitten, the I just while that was running, I jumped
We will add
back
to a
across to
biological
your
and technological distinctiveness to our own.
the video from your stream just now. The legs on that thing look amazing. I have built some gunpla, not much. I've done some. I've done some other little plastic model kits, and I have several more in the backlog. It's what happens when you get taken to a model shop with Korg. You walk out with less money in your wallet and more boxes of plastic to build at some point. And yes, today I'm working on. So I normally do Lego on a Friday, and today's a Wednesday. I am covering a raid train slot for Whippy Whipster in New Zealand. Yeah, the leave with less money and just another box to maybe build at some point. This is a little $5 Kmart kit of a mini. And so what I'm doing is, it's not a Lego one, but I'm using Lego's software to replicate it as much as possible in Lego parts. So the minifig pieces in here are clearly not Lego minifig parts, and I have to build the whole hip and leg assembly from scratch. But most of the pieces in the car so far are actual sort of this similar mold to what Lego makes. Ooh, the retro roller skate. Nice. I have the little record player that I built very recently, and it's still here at the corner of my desk. The colors and the models in the 3-in-1 series are generally pretty good. I haven't built the
very cool
microphone and radio version of that yet, so at some point I will unbuild this and we'll work on the other two. Other things that we're working on, I recently built a little brickhead of myself designed by Millennium Akuma. So he designed it digitally, and then I had to swap out a few things and tweak the design a little bit myself to find the right colors on hand. One kid every 2 months. Yeah. But you can also use the argument, look, you're getting 3-in-1, so how good's that? It's a bargain. How could you say no? We enable each other, don't we? The other project I have parts coming for is, as you might have seen in the Just Chatting scene when you raided in, I've done a bunch of Lego album covers. Most of them are built with bricks, and I've taken them to a few shows around Australia. And they're built with bricks, so they're quite thick. I will be heading to Brickbuilder Chicago in a couple of months, So I'm ordering parts and rebuilding them all with plates so that they take up way less room and weight in the luggage. So those will also get built in the very near future. And coming up this weekend, if someone wants to type exclamation B4, the number 4, and the letter H into chat, that will pop up a thing about the upcoming Build for Hope charity fundraising that's going to be going on, that I'm taking part in this year. Where's my thing there? Click that, click that. Yeah, and all of these album covers are so I designed them originally in Microsoft Paint to pixelate down to 32 pixels wide, and then used Lego software like this one here that we're using today. I used the predecessor of this software to build the so what's that one? So one that I've ordered parts for to replicate in plates is Bowie's Black Star. And so then I've gone into, these are all different. I change the color, you'll see that these are different pieces here that basically make the shape to fill it in. But the nice thing about this software compared to the one that I originally used to design them is this is linked directly to Bricklink. So I can design something, add it to a wanted list, and as long as I'm logged in, it whacks it straight over, and I can. It also tells me down in the bottom of the screen so you'll see that the piece that I've highlighted there, down the bottom here, I could be paying around 8.7 Australian cents per one of these. So it just sort of gives you a price indicator too, so you can swap colors out if something's not visible in your design, and you can swap it out for a cheaper color. It gives you that sort of flexibility. But yes, for those of you where it is midnight or 1 a.m. or 3 a.m., if you do need to get to bed, don't worry. Thank you very much for the raid over here. Am I... Okay, I was not following Hectic Kitten, but your name popped up automatically in my browser when I started typing the first few letters, so I must have watched you before. I need to do more plastic model kits. I need to reduce that pile as well as the Lego backlog. And I'm sure if Korg's lurking around, his ears just went, ooh. Alright, what are we doing here? So this 1x6. Two 2x3s. Overlapping the top of that. And a 1x4 there. And two inverted curved slope. Which hiding here somewhere. Okay. Now, a Lego steering wheel comes pre-assembled with the wheel on the stem. This looks like I'm going to have to put the wheel on there myself. Okay, found one of them. And that goes under there. And yeah, all of today's songs are about cars and driving. I like a good theme. All right, so step 11 is done. How am I gonna do that? Easiest way there, I think, is to just copy those bits. If the part's already there, no, go on top. There we go. Good there. Copy both of those and pin them into those. And yeah, copying and pasting is often a lot quicker than researching back over here for the part that you need. Now I am gonna have to look for a plate 1x6. Goes there. Rotate that around. Inverted, curved. Rotate that around. Why are you not locking? That's where I want you to go. There. Yep. And I'm assuming that that's actually going to attach eventually around in that direction. Reset the floor here of the build. Things don't quite line up yet. All right. Next. Next bit of building here. Yes, I was saying earlier. So Build for Hope is coming up. Not long now. That's the old. I need to get a new thing. It's not 1 week to go. It's April 4th, 9 AM Eastern Daylight Time. All the times in this little graphic that are running are Australian Eastern Standard Time. So Mrs. Bricker, Kara is streaming as part of the Raid Train. I am on at 4 PM on Monday, my time. And we'll be raising money for Project Hope through till April 22nd. So the fundraising campaign will go live from Friday, and will be up until the 22nd. And I'll be doing several Lego builds during that time. And on my Raid Train slot, I'll be building the Tranquil Gardens set that has been sitting on the closet shelf for a little while, waiting for the day it will get opened. And speaking of Carrot, there's Mrs. Mod.
Look, I have one job on this lousy ship. It's stupid, but I'm gonna do it, okay?
All right, we did that. But I'm gonna do it, okay? And then we get 2 1x3s and 2 corner bricks. Cool. So that goes on to there. And that goes on to there. And then the blue arrow means we turn this around again. Get some red corner plates. Back with 2. All right. These go in this direction this time. And this hinge clicks down and attaches to the plate in front. Because yeah, if most of this car is buildable out of real Lego parts, what I'll probably do once I've got it built digitally here, I'll go in and do things like select by color, because then we can make the cars or different colors, and then see if they're available. The parts are available in those colors, of course. Okay, no unavailable colors so far. Good. And then I might be able to order Lego parts to make, multicolored versions of this. As long as it's a sturdy-ish build. So that's that part. Might add up those layers now. On here. So that was... I'm still on color selection. So it's doing all of the black pieces, not just that single one. Okay, one of you there and one of you there. And 1x2. those there, but we'll make them black. And 1x3s there. And then another one of those there. Swing you around. Copy and paste and change color. Okay, there we go. We've got those done. All right. Then we have the steering wheel, which they're making us build it from the beginning. They're making us put the wheel on the... There we go. And yes, in a Lego steering wheel, those are two separate parts, but they come usually in sets already put together for you. And I need another 1x2 plate, which is going... Kara, you've done a few more of these.
Lower your shield and surrender your ships.
Clarkson. Morning.
Dookie say little monkey
Or should I
in
say
trouble.
Ohio gozaimasu?
George, investigate.
How are we doing? Nope, wrong spot. Haha, I put Lego in the wrong... I put fake Lego in the wrong spot, but it wasn't on camera, so you didn't see it. It didn't happen. It totally didn't happen. Welcome, Raiders. Clarkson and crew. Were you doing more Duolingo today? And yes, in the picture you see there, you can see some of the record covers I've been working on. You learnt that more than 4,000 food prices have risen in April. Nice. Yes, some of the sentences they make you learn are interesting. But if you remember them, it probably means you remember the grammar and the sentence structure too. Duolingo. Oh, and news story translation. That's cool. Yes, I'm going to see if this button works again. Okay, it worked from that scene. It didn't work before. I'm learning Swedish on Duolingo, and I've found a website in Sweden that does like simple news, and it's aimed at like new immigrants. So it's all like current events and like full-on news stories, but the sentences are kind of short and they don't like use overly technical language. So there's a lot of stuff where even if I don't know every word in the news article, I can be like, oh, I understand what happened, what they're reporting about. And yes, welcome Raiders. Today we are filling in for Whippy Whipster on the Brickbuilders Raid Train. Kara, can you do exclamation BBRT? My hands are... I got a beard hair on the fake Lego. So, yes. In your Tuesday/Wednesday, depending on time zone, it starts off with Jake Studs. in the UK heads to Shipwreck Bricks, and then Sapience over on the US side of things. Whippy Whipster normally over in New Zealand, which has been covered today by BuildTime13 and myself. And then I am Billsy in about an hour and a half. Also over here in Australia. And yes, today we are building a off-brand Mini. And I didn't get to hang out in Jake Street. I was at work this morning. But it's Jake's birthday today. That's cool. Happy birthday, Jake Studs. Okay, so now that's...
We will add
There's
to a
Billsy.
biological and technological
You will be on tonight.
distinctiveness to our
Excellent.
own.
Nearer to 7. Nice, nice. So where am I at? There's my studio window. Now if this... Okay. I'm just seeing what happens to the window on screen if I change the size of this slightly. Okay. I want a steering wheel. You're not washed away yet with this rain, Billsy? On my trip home from work this afternoon, the creek was looking a bit full near my place. Not cyclone full, but definitely not its usual trickle. Steering wheel. That was round the right way the first time. File 1 by 1. In light grey. Copy. Paste. There we go. Another 4 meters gone. Ooh. No, it was pretty much like the lifeguard tower fell into the ocean. Man, the Gold Coast has taken some hits. There we go. And then a brick 1 by 1. Which probably starts with 300. Yeah, I have one of those brains that once you've used a part a lot, it's not that I try and memorize part numbers, but it just sits in this spot in my brain where it goes, I think this is the part number. All right, and so now, step 17, we turn... Wait, what do we turn it? Why does it say turn it around? Because, I mean, it's just looking at it from this angle, not this angle. But this attaches down to there now. Okay, so what's this is 6, 7. Yeah, it's 8 wide, isn't it? Is it 8 wide? It's 8 and a bit. It's probably 9 wide total from side to side. So then I'll jump back to Studio. And we'll select all of that and we'll move that to there. And then this little bit in the middle where we've got the CMF base and the jumper tiles, that's where our minifig is going to sit. Although we've got a helmet and I've seen like the legs, but I haven't seen anything that really looks like a head, so I'm kind of worried what a Kmart fig looks like. If I haven't like spotted a face yet, like I've seen one hand so far. And there's nothing left in the bags. We've checked the bags. Oh yeah, I did, Kara. What's your take on the color scheme in the instructions? So for those of you who've built a lot of Lego before, you'll see that in the instruction sheet I'm following, the steps that you've already done all change to the same shade of light gray. They're also tiny on here. But yeah, so all of these parts are black, but as soon as you've done the next step, everything that's already there becomes light gray. So suddenly what you've done is now light gray. Oh, you hate it? Okay, good. I'm not a fan. I know Lego's used it for things. I've digitally built or started to build things like the Darth Maul bust, where a lot of stuff's built in layers, and so it grays out anything that's not the current like layer of plates that you're working on. But generally speaking, most Lego sets will all be in color. Yeah, it does help to know that, you know, this piece goes onto this piece. Oh, and does this piece... Does this exist in Lego? Oh, we're doing some sideways building here. We've got some brackets for to do these side bits of the car. 1x6, and then 2 of this piece. The other thing with
Perhaps you should read the instructions first.
Yep, so just like pale but not fully grey. Yeah, here they just go grey when you're done. So if I looked at step 19 and thought, I just want to skip ahead and just do both these steps at once, you have to look back at step 18 to see what color you're actually looking for. Alright, so the hinge plate's going to go there. This is the door handle, I think, from the picture on the box. And yeah, being a non-Lego set that may have parts I'm not familiar with, I am not doing what I did last time I did a Wednesday Whippy time slot. I am using the instructions. I think it was was it last week? Yeah, it was last week. Last week I built this little guy. Took 3.5 hours because I wasn't using the instructions. I was emptying out the bags and I was looking at all the different photos on the box to try and figure out how the feet had been built, how the head had been built. Alright, so that's that plate. And yeah, the seeing the thing in grey makes you reach for the grey cheese slip. Yeah, they're not too shabby. I remember I got given a What was it? Was like a Christmas decoration advent calendar from a clone brand that came out with selling. I don't think it was Anko. I think it was just like an even, just something else really cheap that they were selling. And the clutch power was sometimes really, really good to the point that you thought you'd break the pieces. And sometimes it was so weak that they wouldn't hold on to each other. Ooh, are we gonna put... Should I see what the stickers are like? Yeah, what? It says sticker 8. Oh. Yeah, this is doing the old school Lego thing. So it's saying this goes here. Sticker 8 goes over that piece, and I think onto this piece as well, and probably... Yeah, look at the height of that. It possibly goes up onto the curve. Let's look at the... Oh no, it's just on that tile. But it's definitely across two pieces. So once the sticker's on, like, those two pieces are both covered by that, so... No stickers today. Oh, I hit the space bar again. That's bad. Alright, back to there. Across to here. I don't mind the way they've done this with the bracket here and then the brackets facing down to have a flat tile pointing to the ground. That's not bad. And then they do things like, oh, just stick a tile on here with one stud connection and it'll just hang out over the air. There's for every cool thing they do like 3 things that are like, are you sure about that? Hang on, what do we do? So now they're after they've already done this, and it's kind of weak, we're now going to reinforce it. Yeah, there is a lot with the Kmart ones. I say that, but I've only really watched you build them. I've only built that one little nano yellow submarine. Okay, and they've used the headlight brick and the bracket because the recess there makes up for the extra little thickness here. So this now goes in. Oh, okay, that goes in that way to... Yeah, this is a weird order to do those parts in. Oh, and I missed a step. This should have had... a 1x1 plate behind it. Because then that would connect to that bracket. Okay, it's sturdier now. Yes, Mrs. Bricko builds Nano so that we don't have to. Echo Bricks builds Technic so that we don't have to. This is regular size Kara. This is... So here's an actual Lego piece with the word on the studs. It's Lego scale. And then we do something similar on the opposite side. So we're doing that. That goes there. Another headlight brick, and then that. Okay. And then on the inside of that, I think this is actually going to be a lot easier to build digitally than for real. Some of these. So why are you putting this piece in after you've already done all the rest of it? Like, do this before you do the outside part. Seems really strangely, like this kind of has to fit in under the edge of this plate before it even can line up to connect to that stud there. Doesn't help when the other pieces sort of detach from everything else as you're doing it. All right, so before I attach that, I'm going to digitally recreate that. I don't know which way that's going to end up going, so let's grab a 1x6 and we'll make it red. That goes there. So now the question is going to be this little cutout slope piece. So this is the closest equivalent piece. This one here. It's a steeper angle than the one here. The one that Kmart has only comes up to the height of one tile. So this particular part isn't gonna, and I'll have to use 4 of them instead of 2. I mean, it could be that we're looking, that just doesn't exist in black, but no, that's, nope. Because yeah, when I put a tile 1x4 on here, the Kmart set, this angled piece here, it comes up to meet that edge of that tile. There's no no little pointy bit sticking out there. And then we get that one there. Bracket. Gonna need 2 of these. 1 of those. And there is a couple different mold. There's actually 3 of these. So I discovered this recently when I was parting some sets out. Lego makes 3 different 1x4 brackets like that. There's a all 4 corners are square. There's all 4 corners are rounded, and there's the bottom 2 corners are rounded. And those ones, Studio is quoting me 4.2 cents each, 11.8 cents each, and 16 cents. So depending on what sets they come in, how old they are.
We are the Borg. Although our shields certainly our technological distinctiveness to our own.
Sarah?
Dookie say little monkey in trouble. George,
We will add your biological and technological distinctiveness to our own.
Welcome, Raiders. Sarah, Juanita, Jiggly Yubbo, Forkhorn, Kansasson, Euphemism, Perfect Rug, Pinecone, Ellie.
Very cool.
How are we going? Yes, Sarah, I did. Hang on.
Nice legs.
Dust off there.
For a human.
Mr. Perslot. Yes, this was at Brickvention 2024. Let me jump back to there and push this button to do that one. And that piece fell off. This was made with used plates. So speaking of clutch power, some of them drop off when you hold this upside down. And that would be one of them. But yes, these will be traveling to what's it called? Brick World, Chicago. In June. And most of the ones in that
very cool.
Most of the ones in that photo were actually built with bricks, and I've been ordering parts so that I can recreate them thinner with plates. So, Dark Side of the Moon, and they're all on a single Lego base plate, which means that if they want to, people can pick them up, and it's slightly smaller scale.
That's no moon.
To a actual record. That is the Dark Side of the Moon. How was your stream, Sarah? What were we doing today? I'm assuming more piano. And it is piano covers. Nice. So yeah, guys, if you like music streams, make sure you check out Sarah Mahoney Music. It is just about to tick over to 1 a.m. in Seattle, though. So if you and the crew need to get some food or some sleep, thank you very much for the raid. And what I'm doing today is building a little off-brand brick kit. And I've just discovered a piece that Lego doesn't make here. Because as I'm building it, every few steps, what I am doing is I am digitally trying to recreate it using Bricklink Studio software. And right over here, we can see that these angled pieces do not flush with the tile. It is 6 p.m. my time. 6 p.m. Wednesday, and I'm also streaming on a not normal day because I am covering part of a raid train slot in the Brickbuilders Raid Train. Every few steps I'm Juanita Cow, the judging happens more often than that. Thank you, Kara. Yeah, every few steps, Juanita, I mean, I'm using the PDF, which thankfully Kmart provided. Because, hey, John, welcome in. The printed instructions are tiny. Okay, so, minifig for scale. The instructions are tiny. And if you see in step 19 on screen, where it's got a layer of gray and a layer of red, the gray layer you see is these bits here. Every time you complete a step, it grayscales it. So the colored bits are your current step. Everything you've previously built is the same shade of light gray. Kara's built a few of these Anko sets, and she hates the grayscale. It's hard to line up where the gray piece you're just putting in. Yep. So in step 19, the top row is gray. In step 20, that gray piece on the right hand side is this whole piece getting added on. So yeah, Lego instructions, it's all color, it's all the time. Here, they're turning it gray once it's already done. So by the time you add something to this other bit, yeah, the previously built. So by the time you get to the end of it, you're adding black wheels onto a fully gray car. Yeah, Kara has done a few. And yes, Kara is also from Seattle. I'm going to open up. Yeah, that's what I said, Kara. A few.
Nice legs.
Nice to see you too, Sarah. Thank you very much for the raid. Get some good sleep. And we'll see you next time. Have a good night.
Don't let the space bugs bite.
And so yes, in about an hour's time, we'll be raiding across to finish off this raid train on Whippy's behalf. Over to Lego Master contestant. I am Billsy from OG Season 1. And with a name like Yobbo Bear, I'm assuming that you are possibly on my side of the world. Yes, Anko, Stel, brick sets. Night Juanita, night Sarah. You're in Sydney. Yeah, I was down there for Brick Built last May. you're 1 hour in the future. Howdy from Queensland. So they give you a piece count on the box. One thing that my wife Kara, who is in chat right there, has found is that they have 3 scales, basically. So these ones are Lego compatible. They have some nano ones, but they also have one in between that's looks like Lego. So they have where the nano only has like plates. They've got a third one that look like Lego pieces like this, but they're about 3/4 of the size. So you'll still get bricks and plates, but they're just shrunk a little bit. Whereas nano is just plate, 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 plate. And yeah, in Kmart, they're usually they're near the Lego. Depending on the Kmart, it might even have its own like whole side of an aisle. Because they have been making quite a few sets, and some of them have been, getting pretty good. The clutch power is not bad, and we are in ads. Grab a drink, grab a snack, stretch your legs. We'll see you in a few. Welcome back. Had a quick bathroom break. Let's crack on with the next bit of this car. Where was I up to? Where did I put my keyboard? That always helps. We were doing this little piece here. Right, so we had a tile. There's a tile there which is red. And one of those goes there. And then this. You got to be careful how you rotate and select things. If you select too many pieces, you get more than you want. Okay, that attaches onto there. Rotating these is, there we go. Eventually you get it facing the way you want. Like one by one in there, and we make it red. And yes, thanks, Kurt. Yes, Brickbuilder Chicago is where we are heading. And Kerry, can you do exclamation B4H as well? So starting Friday, I think, in our time zone. Just. And yeah, my graphic is wrong here. It's not a week to go. It's only a couple days. I didn't have that video swapped out in time. April 4th, 9 AM Eastern Daylight Time in the US, which is like 11 PM for us here in Brisbane. Midnight Saturday for the Sydney siders. A multi-day raid train across the Lego and crafting community, raising money for Project Hope. Kara and myself are both taking part. I'll be streaming on Monday. And if Kara and I both raise a certain matching amount in our charity fundraising, I will be doing a paper crafting stream. So yeah, there's that. That's, yes, 300 on each channel, and I'll be doing that. And apparently I'll be thrown in the deep end, and I'll have to cut out all the paper myself and do all the things. But I haven't set up my incentive command yet to be active. But basically every dono, I will be writing people's names, as in some cases as tiny as I possibly can, on a 1x2 brick. You'll get to sort of pick a color. They'll be coming from this stash right here. So there's yellows and oranges and greens and blues, and I will be building a little brick wall. So every donation of any amount gets a brick with your name on it. And then a $10 dono, and I'll be writing your name in gold Sharpie on the Tranquil Garden set that I'm building. It's got a pot. It's set up like the bonsai set with a big pot around it. So I will be basically putting everyone's names around the edge of that. No worries, John Lee. Always good to see you. It's probably very late for you. Catch you next time. Cheers, dude. And if you want music and John, you do chess? Do you do chess as well? Scrabble, both? It's usually music when I've been hanging around.
Water.
I mean, it's
To drink.
It's in his channel name.
The best drink in existence is the Pan-Galactic
Thank you,
Gargle
Kara.
Blaster, the effect of which is like having your brain smashed out by a slice of lemon wrapped round a large gold brick.
Cheers. All right, where am I up to in the instructions? Right, we need one of these brackets, but in white. And one of them goes there. And one of them goes there. And then we got a corner plate. That one's black. And it looks so easy and clippable together here. But yeah, I would not build it in that order that they've done it. And do we have a no? Do they have? Maybe it's not called, so maybe it is under a wedge. Ah, there it is. Yeah, it's not. It doesn't have the word curved in the part name. That goes there, and that one goes there. But yeah, it's got to slide in against this bracket under that plate. Silly. All right, I think that's what the big guys. Those clipped on there. Okay, so now that goes into which way? We're going that way. And yeah, it makes it hard to see which way I'm facing the car when it's all light grey. So this now goes down into there. So now all of those pieces from before that kind of, I mean, are still flimsy at the moment, kind of, are about to get a whole lot more locked in. It is a cool sideways built side panel here. Now we basically actually I did learn from PickStitch. Good tip that down the corner of my screen here. down here next to my PNG's legs, you'll see copy and mirror. And boom! We just did the other side of the car. It's a lot quicker than the real world version. Real me still has to find the pieces. And I'm still not seeing anything in here that looks like a minifig head, although I have found the second hand. So there is that. I'm not seeing a red 1x4 tile Kmart. Unless it's here hiding under there. There it is. It's hiding. It's always there. I say always. Sometimes it's missing. Correlation with salvation and love. Yeah, words I'll lead you in. And Kara, another...
We will add to a biological and technological distinctiveness to our own.
Welcome in. Kara, another Kmart specialist question for you. If I need another 1x2 tile here, what are the odds that the one they've printed made in China on is actually the one I need and not a spare part? Like that nano yellow submarine I built, it had a spare of every single piece type. So, this is the one I need? Okay. They print on a brick that I need. Right. Yeah, that's not ideal. Do not use nail polish remover? Well, I can imagine that. Ask me how I know. And like, yeah, this whole thing here, like, this is barely connected to any of this. We're on to step 30 now. And 31. So that one gets one of these. And then one of these on here. Like it works better the second time that I'm doing it, now that I kind of know what I'm going for. This step here is still a bit why. Putting, wouldn't you be better off? Seriously. Okay, that's as good as that's going to get. And yeah, I don't know if you hear earlier, Kara, when I was talking about the music, but yeah, all of the songs are about cars and driving and highways and things. Right, so there's that side of the car, and now that we've done that, I'm going to do the same in Studio. So that goes in. No, don't go into space. Go. So where it locks it. Yep. Cool. Then this one, we go. There we go. There's our little car so far. All right, step 34. How many steps are there? 65 for putting all the stickers on, so about 20 steps to go. We'll definitely finish building this. I may pause on some of the digital stuff for a bit, and I'll finish that towards the end. Okay, and we've still got the. So this is a older mold of a clip. So Lego makes two versions of this. They've got this one where the clip sort of comes down flush to the outside, and they've got one they make now that's more like a curved horseshoe shape that is recessed in a bit from each edge. The clip in the middle is the same diameter. All right, so we're putting that next to a 1x1. They're doing more of that thing where a hinge clip piece like this is clipped in, but also attached to a stud next to the other piece, and that is going on to that bit there. And there's the other one. We put that down onto that. Oops. In. We go to step 35. And then some 1x1 bricks. Putting that in there. All the way 2 plates. And then 1x1 on top of that. Yep. And a T-slope. Mirror image on the other side. Bruh. of these Technic plate things. Ooh. I don't know if Lego makes this in black, this little half pin. They usually come in like light grey. Okay, now we're getting 3 red brackets. And 2 black brackets facing the opposite direction. And 1 by 1. Okay, now 3 1 by 2s across here. Nearly got caught out by the grayscale color change. And that needs to be cut out in the opposite direction. Needs to be one of those. Oh, and then that gets tilted down. Oh, that's cool. Tilt that way. And they're showing us another printed tile, but I haven't seen any in here, so I think they're making it look better than it is in the picture. Like they were going to include a printed tile when they designed it, but then they were like, nah, you can just have a plain one. And then we do have the silvery little 1 by 1 rounds with the hole in them. That piece to clip in. And that one, these are the headlights. This is a cool little way of having the brackets going in both directions, so the bumper is like facing down, and then I'm guessing the windscreen or something is going to attach this way, because then we get 6. Six of this little archy piece. Like in step 42, it shows a like a racing number on one of them, and they are not printed. It's got like a number 37 up here in the instructions. And this is going... Okay, that's one way to connect these on. I'm glad the clutch power is good, because that is only held on by the strength of those brackets and by those attaching on here. So at least there's that. And then thank you for the Pedro. That was a spared no expense video clip. That was me filming a rocket raccoon down a empty toilet roll And then Millennium Akuma added music to it. How's it going, Brickman Mosaics? That goes in there. We're building an off-brand Mini at the moment. And what? Oh, onto here. Okay. Tail light on one of these curved slopes. Oh, so that just attaches to the little Technic pin and it doesn't rotate because it's held in by the wheel rim here. Okay. It works. Definitely works. I don't know why they haven't done that as the same step. But now I have to turn this way and attach one here. But I do like that. That is kind of cool. A few little gaps here and there, but the clutch power is pretty good. $46. Okay, so we're now looking at this.
For reasons
front.
too disturbing to mention, I find that hard.
Did you like that, Kara? I changed that one up on ya. I can hear her cackling from downstairs. That was me. In about 2012, I think, because I looked up that picture recently because Minty's been doing a Firefly watch through. That was my homemade Malcolm Reynolds cosplay. I think the audio might actually be a clip from Castle, but it's still Nathan Fillion. But yeah, I thought the two paired so nicely together. And Mrs. Mudd was like, "Ooh, hello, Captain Tight Pants." Need to rewatch Firefly and Serenity. Okay, and this is going on to which bit? Okay, so that's going at the back there. I'll be in my bunk. Those clip down there, then a black 1x1 goes in here. And I like the use of the one at the back, but the two at the front to give you that sort of mini Cooper shape. Those pins go in there. 49. Ooh, this is okay. None of this interlocks. We do this 3 times. So bracket on a bracket facing the opposite way. Like that. And like that. And then they just get held together until they clip on somewhere else, I'm guessing. They just get held on with these little grill tiles. First, we then roll it this way. Okay, they get a couple of plates going across that that does kind of lock them together a bit more. Still getting that printed tile in the picture though, in the instructions. Did they expect me to paint this? A 1x2 tile, and then a 1x1, and a 1x1. And I like these little cut wedge curves as the bumper. So we scroll back over that way and down. Step 51 is to attach these upwards to there. Okay, that works. Then we get one of those there. Oh. Oh, get those on there. And those go there. And then for the front, to keep that curve shape going for the headlights, we get two of the rounded plates there. It's not telling me yet, but I will duplicate that because I know it's going to be the same on the other side. They each get a little headlight. And a little cutout wedge. That one will go on that side. This one will go on that side. Step 54, step 55. And that's all the red pieces gone. Just go across like that. So those are there. They're only held on at the sides. Nothing underneath to really support, but seems strong enough. No studs that are, but I suppose that clip bit does stick up enough that they don't cave in. '56 and '57. Green screen goes on. One at the front, one at the back. That. Three curve slips there. Wonder if they're going to have anything under here, like, is there going to be anything to support that? I'm somehow thinking maybe not. Okay, so that's... yeah, that's a really dodgy connection. Speaking of which, let's jump back into Studio for a little bit. I'm gonna hit that stability button again. The cautions have disappeared, so obviously by adding in the sides and the way things are all now connected, Lego's like, yeah, this is sturdy. It'll probably give you different assembly steps than the order that these sides were built in. But stable. But if I'm just going to build the roof part on its own and see what it says for that. Slope curved? No, slope curved. What? Do we want 3 of them and 3 more? And then take 1 by 4. Chuck them on there, and then we go tile 2 times 3. It still thinks there's no stability issues, but like realistically, that's not how you want a roof to work. And then we push that down there. Yeah, not the best roof. Like, if I was making this out of Lego, I would just use a 4x6 plate under that whole thing. Or use like a 2x4 at each end instead of the 1x4. Anyway. I'm still not seeing a head for these minifigure parts. So I don't know what's going on there at all. But we pop our wheels in. And then it's got hubcaps. Look cool. Like, it's a nice sized build. Curves look nice. It's identifiable as a mini. The scale might not quite be there, but it's a good little car. And then it shows all the stickers, but it doesn't tell me anything about all these somewhat minifigure parts I've got here. Like, I've got no torso for the arm to connect to. What do they do? Those guys. Oh, do you actually have to... This looks like you might have to actually build the entire leg. Does this... Like, is this a 2-piece leg that then goes onto a hip joint? Nothing about this makes sense. Yeah, that doesn't... I got a helmet and a visor. And we've got two hands, two weird shaped, weird scaled arms. They're like very long and skinny. Legs that don't connect to... Like it hangs on there, but it doesn't stay attached. What are these? What is this? I don't know. Yeah, like there is no head. This looks like this looks almost like it's a hinged leg. Like, is this oh clip? Okay, so we actually have a bending knee is what we've got there. So maybe this end clips onto here. Does this stay attached better? Yes. Right. So this is just tricky to pop in there, but okay, so we have legs with bendable knees. You know? Okay, cool. But there's nothing in the set or the instructions that shows a human figure. And we okay, so we have a set of hips and legs, and we have arms and a helmet. This was the Stig, but not anymore. Yeah, that was a very interesting build. So now I am going to switch to the big studio view here, and we're gonna recreate the rest of this digitally. So I want a windscreen. That door. Yep. So we make that out of, and so here up it shows the cheapest color for the selected piece is transparent light blue. Where is clear that? Oh, because I haven't gone to the right subspectrum of color to choose from. So we've got those two. No. So put that one there and that one there. So that's our windows. what step should I... Where did I get up to? I think putting the two sides on was where I got up to. Got one of those in red. That goes there. Plate 1 by 1. And so this is pretty much going to be the last part of stream. Thank you very much for joining along on today's Brickbuilders Raid Train. It's been fun jumping in to help out again. Oh, don't select that. Go that there, that there. Kara, if you're still in listening distance, can you just let me know when Billsy's live? Where's the rounded? I want a round plate modify. Plate round. There, one of those. I want that in black.
We will add to a biological and technological distinctiveness to our own.
Live long and prosper.
Cheers for the follows. Hello. Oh, actually, hang on. I should do it this way. Hello. Hello. Hello, Mo. Enjoy your lurk. Hello. Hello. Welcome to the Brickbuilders Raid Train. Stopping all stations. One more of those. Jake Stud, Shipwreck Brick, Sapience, Whippy Whipster, who Build Time and I filled in for, and then I am Billsy. Wrapping things up very shortly. You know what I'm doing? I am clicking on OBS to try and get these Lego pieces to move, and it's not working. Because, yeah. Because I know what I'm doing. Because I've only got two monitors, Kara, and one's got OBS and one's got the instructions, and I've got Studio kind of overlapping both, and if I jump to one and not the other, I then can't see what I'm... Anyway. It's fine. And I need a plate 1x2. One of those in red. And then we want black. And I remember from earlier that a 3005 is our 1x1 brick. Yes, please make sure your brick separators and tray tables are in their upright and locked position. Thank you very much for joining us today and sticking around. Stick around for the raid, and my next stream will be potentially tomorrow evening. I'll be doing more of this more digital Lego building.
Welcome to the party, pal!
There. Alright, that means it's 7 o'clock. And then Friday, I'll be doing some Lego building. I haven't decided what yet, but I'll probably actually be doing the Creator 3-in-1 Cute Bunny. Which I will show here. Building this on Friday. And I will be building 4 models out of this kit. We'll be building the seal, the llama, the bunny, but also a fan-made design that I found online. So stay tuned for that. That's the plan for the next couple days. And then not sure what's going to happen on the weekend game-wise or Lego-wise, but on Monday be having my spot in the Build for Hope Raid Train. So hopefully see some of you there. And that will be cool. I'm a cute bunny. Oh, thanks. Thanks, Panfred. Thanks, Panfred. Stop. All right. Well, Bilza and Bilzy are live. So this is as far as I'm going to get in the digital build, but we got the car done. So cheers for hanging out, everyone. Let's yes, Kara can get dinner ready. Cheers, everyone. Thank you for all the follows. We hit 400 followers today. So I'm going to decide what to do to mark that. So yeah, 400. 7 raids. So thank you. Build Time 13. Creating with Kara Davies. Panfred, Nudo, Beauty and the Geek, Hectic Kitten 49, Coxon, and Sarah Mahoney Music for the massive raids. Let's get ready to
Begin auto-destruct sequence. Authorization Picard 47 Alpha Tango.
47 Alpha Tango. So copy one of these. Actually, I'm gonna do another one. Because of Whippy. So with the pickaxe raid ones for followers, copy the ones with little red brick pirate dudes for subs. And we will see you on Friday for some more Lego. I'm going to pause the tunes. Cheers, everyone. It would help if I did the exclamation raid, wouldn't it? And see you next time. Thanks for hanging out, everyone. Bye.